not just future basketball stars, they're future leaders, teammates, and role models. Let's give a huge round of applause to all of our youth players. We are so proud of each and every one of you, and we can't wait to see how you continue to grow and excel. Now let's keep the energy going as we enjoy tonight's varsity game. Thank you for your continued support, and let's go Warriors! Fairview High School and Trinity High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. In order to make tonight's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials and coaches, the administrators and authority figures, and of course, your team and opponents. Let's make tonight's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please stand, remove your heads, and direct your attention to the north end of the gymnasium for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. And now let's meet the teams. First the visitors, the Trinity Trojans, led by head coach And now let's meet your Fairview Warriors. Starting tonight, number 12, Ryan Fairview. Number 13, Bella Pacheco. Number 20, Claire Dillard.
Welcome in, folks. CVC TV back on your airwaves for tonight. The matchup here at Fairview High School. The home Fairview Lady Warriors taking on the visiting Trinity Lady Trojans here on ChagrinValleyConference.com. Kyle Cornell, AA Anthony Alford with you. As always on the call in AA tonight, two teams here in the Metro Division of the CVC Trinity at the very tippy top of it. 11-0 on the season in conference play, taking on a game Fairview team that is playing some of their best basketball right now.
Yeah, again, for the second time in the last 3 days, a matchup here in the final days of the regular season. A top-tier matchup, and here we go.
As Trinity wins the tip, and we are underway from Fairview High School here on CVC TV. Mentioned Trinity this season 16-4. What a year for the Trojans. The ball goes out of bounds back to the Warriors AA, but mentioned 11-0. They are division champs, obviously, in the Metro, and on top of the entire CVC. What a year for Trinity as a steal inside. Layup is up, and it's good. Great read inside through by Jayla Wiggins, and the first points for the Trojans.
Yeah, they got scores all over the floor. In Trinity, they have the speed, the quickness. It's going to be something Fairview's going to have to contend with.
Taylor throws it up. That one's no good. Rebound pulled in by Trinity. Pulled up by Janiah Campbell. Layup inside. That's no good. Rebound eventually curtailed in by Fairview. 7 of their last 9, Fairview has come on the winning end. Good momentum as they head into the end of the regular season. That ball tipped out of bounds. Going to stay with the Warriors. But, you know, Coach Swanson and I talked about her AA in the pregame when we had a chance to catch up with her. Just trying to build this momentum and keep it going into the postseason.
Keep it going and maintain, you know, good habits, of course. That's what both teams want to do, is practice good habits going into this postseason.
And ball taken away. Back comes Trinity. Layup in the fast break. No good. Ball short. And eventually pulled in by Trinity. But foot was on the baseline. Couldn't get back in bounds as the ball going to head back into the Warriors.
Tell you what, you better do a good job keeping up, because even right here is just getting those steals or attempting to get those steals.
Yeah, foul going to get called early on here. That's going to be on Janiah Campbell. Should be your first. It's the balance, too, of this Trinity team. No one averages more than 10 points per game on this roster, but they still find a way to win all these games through different players contributing. In the first matchup back in December 17th, 11 of the 12 girls on the Trinity roster scored in that game. No one scored more than 12 points individually. It was a great team effort.
And that's what you want. You want to force the other team. Oh, man, what a block there.
Manos trying to throw that one up. It's sent away. Rebound was pulled in by Nia Charlton. Layup inside. That's no good. This time it's pulled down by Ryan Kerrigan. Now back comes Fairview.
You can tell both of these teams are moving at a postseason-type pace.
Manos misses again. That rebound pulled in by Trinity. Back come the Trojans. Pass cross court. Three-pointer on the way. Bank no good. Ball tipped by Manos. Eventually pulled in by Trinity. It's a jump ball. No, it's loose now as it comes back out into the hands of Charlton. She'll dish it off, and Trinity has another possession on offense.
Thornton did a great job there, kind of working her way through that rebound.
Pass through, breaking the zone. Another three-pointer. That one's short. Ball gets tipped and pulled in. Great rebound by Wiggins. She passes cross court. Faking on a mid-range shot. Good defense by Fairview. That's a loose ball picked up by Budzer. She'll pass it up now. Here comes Daler. Seen the Fairview girls earlier this season.
Yeah, we had their matchup against Beechwood. But you even see this is a faster team than even what we saw a month ago.
Yeah, Fairview, of course, 13-8, 7-4 in Metro Division play. We mentioned they really started to play some really good basketball here at the end of the regular season. But that first matchup, 59-24 back on December 17th in favor of Trinity. So obviously Fairview trying to right the wrong of that early loss in the season. That one layup is up, and it's good. Good finish inside. Nyla Thornton, the leading scorer for this team, actually second leading scorer at nearly 9 points per game, gets the M1, and she'll look to convert on a three-point play.
Yeah, doing a great job there, kind of finishing through. You know, Trinity's had a few of those shots that have, you know, going right to the paint, but not able to get one in.
The first foul on Pecchio Sugar is the free throw is up, no good. Ball tipped through and tracked down right there by Ivy Budzer. There's a couple different Budzers on the team. We'll possibly be mentioning throughout the game today as Taylor dribbles it up. Three-pointer on the way. It's good. A corner shot. Nothing but net for Ryan Kerrigan. First 3 points for Fairview. It's a 1-point game with 5:18 to go in this first quarter.
Any open shot that Fairview can try to get is you get another steal.
Yeah, Taylor now going to push. She gets it on the steal and dribble back out. Pass off. Kerrigan thought about that three. She'll dribble out of it. Cross over to Manos, three on the way. That's no good. Back iron. Rebound pulled in by Charlton, but that's taken away again by Fairview. Pecchio Sugar passing off. Kerrigan working on that left wing. She'll pass off now inside Budzer. Little mid-range shot. That's no good. Pulled in by Wiggins. She'll dish up to a streaking layup, and it's good. It find Thornton in the fast break. She gets an easy 2.
This team is dangerous, Trinity, when they're in transition moving, so you got to finish those possessions.
That ball tipped off. Another layup. That one no good. Front iron. Couldn't get one to fall there for Thornton. Dish back out. Now back comes Fairview.
And again, if Trinity has been able to, get to the rack, but oh boy, another steal.
Ball taken away. Thornton's got a clear lane to the basket. She lays it up, lays it in. It's that full court press. Timeout going to get called by Karen Swanson-Hahn, and a chance to reset here is now Thornton's got 6 early points. It's an 8-3 lead with 4:15 to go in this first quarter in favor of the Lady Trojans. It's that just suffocating full court press up away, the pressure on ball that has forced some early turnovers, and Trinity's been able to execute.
And Trinity's one of the quickest teams that we've seen really all season long, and if you are unsure of what you're going to be able to do, that's something that Coach Swanson-Hahn is working on right now, is creating better opportunities for Fairview to go down the floor.
Well, speaking of being sure about things, I'm sure about our presenting sponsor for CVC TV today. It's the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Joe Weber. Specialties include everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website. That's www.ohsurgery.com. We're sure they're going to do a great job for you, so make sure you reach out. As we hit the halfway point of this first quarter, 8-3 the score. Trinity on top early, trying to break through this press. Pass inside, that one taken away. Great defense by Wiggins down low. Now back comes Trinity. Layup inside, foul, and one. Good finish through, and Nia Charlton gets the basket. Her first 2 points, looking for a third on the three-point play.
I thought at the other end, you had a player open in the baseline, but just thinking about it a little bit too long, and Trinity was able to pick it off immediately and led to transition points.
Bryant checking in for Trinity, a couple of subs in. Maddie Eckert and Emily Larkin for Fairview. Foul was on Ivy Budzar. It's going to be her first. Trinity looking to extend the lead to 8 here on this free throw attempt. It's up, and it's good. Nothing but net for Nia Charlton. 3 points in this first quarter. Almost stole on the inbounds pass as see Ava Budzar back in, number 5. In her first action, the senior.
Look at that lockdown defense and having to get out of there.
Three-pointer, Kerrigan on the way. It's good. Ryan Kerrigan, you're going to need those corner threes in this game against that press zone. She's got all 6 of the Fairview points. Now a 5-point game, Trinity on top, 3:35 to go in this first quarter.
And from that same spot, too. That's where all the points have been, from that corner spot.
And finding an open point in that zone, in that press. Dish cross court. Another three-pointer for Trinity on the way. That's going to be no good offside. Iron Eckert loses the ball and eventually tries to pull it in. And it is going to stay with Trinity. As Maddie Eckert tried to get that rebound and couldn't corral it. Seeing Isabella Dorsey, a sophomore, in for Trinity, as well as Bella Pecchio Sugar back into the game for Fairview.
Fairview's goal here in this game, mental toughness, is just staying locked in.
Claire Daler with her 3rd steal of this first quarter. She's going to push, try to lay up inside. Foul, and one. Daler fired up. Fairview trying to inch back into it, down 3. A chance to make it a 2-point game on this free throw.
Coach talked about that mental toughness. That's where it goes right there. You get a great steal, you go in, finish on the play, look for a 3-point possession.
First foul on Jayla Wiggins. So Claire Daler, we talked about what we saw from her earlier in the season. She's been a stalwart with this team, a freshman, but playing some big minutes. Free throw is up, and it's good. The youth of this Fairview team. We got a couple seniors sprinkled in, but future's bright.
And we've seen their growth. These first opening minutes, compared to what we saw when we were here against Beechwood, you can see the mental toughness growing with this team.
Mid-range shot's going to be no good by Dorsey. That rebound pulled in. Get tracked down by Larkin. Now back comes Fairview. Yeah, we're at top of the key. And even from the first matchup, it was tough sledding for the Warriors. They've really come out and battled here in this first quarter. Pass through that one inside. Foul called. Larkin able to find that ball. Thought maybe it was going to get taken away as Eckert worked baseline, but it's going to result in 2 shots now for sophomore Emily Larkin and a chance to try and tie this ball game double A.
Well, the Warriors, since that timeout, they're doing a better job crashing into the paint. They're going to find a way to get there.
First foul on Kenora Bryan as Emily Larkin knocks down her first free throw. Going to see Nyla Thornton checked back into the game. She has 6 points.
Yeah, Thornton getting her back in, very important for Trinity.
Yeah, she pushes the pace. Top end of that, again, press zone is the second free throw, front iron, no good, and Thornton grabs the rebound.
I mean, a commanding rebound, too.
They'll make an impact as soon as you check into the ball game. It's a 1-point game, 2:35 to go in this first quarter. Nevaeh Harrison working inside. She'll try and scoop it, score no good, and ends up finding a teammate, dishing back out. Dorsey, three-pointer on the way. That's no good. Ball tipped through and eventually going to go out of bounds. Going to stay with Trinity. A battle right there between Emily Larkin and Kenora Bryan, but Trinity gets the better end of that one.
And I'm glad you brought those two are going to be battling in the paint for critical rebounds all game long.
A fantastic battle at this point already as two teams near the top of the CVC getting near and gearing for playoff action. Everyone knows who they're playing. Three-pointer on the way is up. That's no good. And then that rebound pulled in by Fairview. Get tracked down there from Kerrigan. She'll dish out. Here comes Larkin.
Dorsey almost got the offensive rebound.
And Taylor gets the ball taken away. Great steal again by Nevaeh Harrison. She works inside. Layups up. That's no good. Ball tipped through. Thornton trying to corral it. She's got it at some point but loses it, and it's out of bounds back to the Warriors.
Man, if you're just watching these teams for the first time, you can tell they both work hard.
I'm out of breath.
Man, I'll tell you, there was more action. That corner, that was pretty special. It goes to show you, again, the work that both these coaching staffs have installed into these kids.
Alexa Manos back into the game, getting some senior leadership back out now. Yeah, this is tough. Great passing lane. Good tail there from Wiggins. She lays it up. That's no good. Ball tipped through, still loose, and eventually pulled in by Pecchio Sugar. She'll pass off. Inside, Manos has a layup attempt. That one sent away. A rejection on the weak side. What a block from Nevaeh Harrison.
They have so much speed.
Dorsey, three-pointer from the corner. It's good. She is spotting up from those corners. Isabella Dorsey, the sophomore, with her first 3 points, back up to a 4-point lead for Trinity.
Dorsey's been locked in defensively since she's come in, and a big-time shot from the outside.
And this is where Fairview's had some struggles in the half court. When they push the pace, they've been able to get some open looks. 3-point shot is no good from Larkin. Rebound inside by Manos is put up and in. Great box out from Alexa Manos. Her first basket, back down to a 2-point game.
When they've been able to have some success in the paint, they get points on the board.
Trying to find a lane through. That ball tipped and saved by Thornton.
Good fight there by Trinity getting out of that.
Pass through Wiggins, back out Dorsey, another corner three on the way, in and out, almost went down. It's a battle. Ackert in there. Gonna fight through. Thornton in there as well. Bryan trying to wrestle the ball away.
Tell you what, though, Wiggins, number 34, she made some critical plays. Offensive rebound. She had the pass out when they were in danger of losing the ball.
Pass cross now, trying to get through this tough trap zone. Working through. Manos, mid-range shot on the way. That's no good. Long. Rebound tipped and going to go out of bounds back to Trinity. 28.4 seconds to go in this first quarter. It's a 2-point Trojans lead.
I know it can be frustrating, too, when you have that mid-range shot. You know, you're open, but it's like, man, you feel like you got to rush. You feel like there's an eternal clock because this Trinity defense is coming right at you, even when you don't see them in front of your face.
Well, when they're closing out hard, I'm sure Coach Swanson wants you to take that one dribble, just get past that initial defender and get that open layup instead of pulling a 15 to 18-foot jump shot.
Now we can finally breathe with 10 seconds.
Dorsey, another three on the way. Back iron, no good. Rebound tracked down by Eckert. We'll pass out. Pecchio Sugar, 2 seconds to pull a shot. She takes it. Almost banked it in.
Oh, my goodness.
Off the wrong foot, I'll tell you what. Fantastic. But nevertheless, the score 14-12 as we get ready for second quarter play here from Fairview High School. Close game after that first frame double A, and really kind of a polar opposite from that first matchup. Remember, it was a 30-plus point win for Trinity. The first time these two teams locked horns. Tonight, both teams going back and forth.
Well, you know what, though? I'll say this. I mean, you're 100% right. I'd say this on the Trinity side of things. You already won the division title. It seems, it seems kind of like a trap game a little bit, because you got the playoffs coming up, and so you got to come out and do it. But the effort's been there. They've had issues with finishing at the basket, and if they can correct that on Trinity's side of things, they can kind of open us up a little bit.
You talk about this program at Fairview and the the pedigree and leadership, even starting obviously from the top with the head coach and what Karen Swanson-Hahn's been able to do throughout her entire basketball career. You got to bring it all the way back to 2001 when she won a national championship at Notre Dame.
Incredible.
I mean, the amount of fantastic, play that she has not only done herself, but obviously now brought into the coaching range. She's friends with the current coach over at Notre Dame. The women's team there, obviously, pedigree, phenomenal. Muffet McGraw, obviously, a huge run they've had, and one of the pinnacles of women's college basketball, and the pedigree she brings to Northeast Ohio is impressive.
100%, and you know how to establish a program. Again, her first year here at Fairview, so just establishing, the growth.
As we're back underway in the second quarter, Trinity trying to break through now this Fairview defense. They've been able to get things going. Great steal by Daylor. She knocked that ball out. Now back come the Warriors. And again, this is where Trinity's been able to really put some pressure on in the half court. Minus a offensive rebound and layup. It's been tough sledding for Fairview here. Nanos working inside. No foul call. Good defense through.
That was great defense.
I'll tell you what, Nia
Clean.
Charlton, got the hands up. Good block. Now back comes Trinity. Charlton going the other way. That ball sent away. Good block on the other side by Fairview. Going to say Trinity basketball.
And again, all ball on that block.
Yeah, both teams. The defense starting to show out as like Isis Freeman Jr. going to check in now for Trinity. Going to give Janiah Campbell a chance to breathe here. Janiah Campbell, leading rebounder on this team, nearly 7 rebounds per game this season. And now Fairview just finding some good spots here in that zone defense. Mid-range shot is no good. Pulled in by Wiggins. She puts it back up and gets it to go. Jayla Wiggins with her second basket, back up to a 4-point lead for Trinity. 7 minutes to go in this first half.
Trinity needed that because they've had some struggles finishing shots in the paint.
Yeah, Daylor couldn't get that one ball smacked away, but it went off Daylor last, and it's going to go back to Trinity.
You talk about this Trinity team, the history of this program, winning the Metro Championship 2021 and 22, 3-time state champions. Going back 90, 94, 96.
90s were a great decade. That one's up and in. Good fadeaway shot, and it falls for Wiggins. More points for her. She's got 6.
Good steal.
And again, that defense. Good job by Nella Thornton. She's got 6, working through. Pass inside. Layup is up there. There's a foul. That one's going to be on Pecchio Sugar. It's going to be her second. Free throws coming for Trinity.
And great aggressiveness by Trinity getting back there into the paint. Hey, if you're not able to make the shots, right off rip, get to the free throw line.
That's going to send Nevaeh Harrison, the senior, to the foul line. Couple attempts here for Trinity trying to expand that lead. First one off back iron, no good. Eckert and Ava Buds are going to check back into the game.
I will point out that it doesn't have to be stone cold silent on every free throw.
I'm trying to avoid the announcer jinx here with that. As the second free throw is back iron, no good. Wiggins pulls down the rebound. Trinity gets another possession.
Tell you what,
Wiggins, mutual respect, though.
I know. Wiggins has been a problem as far as
what a move inside, up and over, no good though. Rebound pulled in by Ivy Budzer, who's back into the game. Daylor pushing the ball, that's no good. Gets her own rebound, lays it up, lays it in. Good follow by Claire Daylor. She's got 5, and it's back to a 4-point game. 6 minutes to go in this first half.
Yeah, that was a great job by Daylor because Wiggins was right there, defending tough defense, but Daylor handling business.
You almost got to be prepared to get that offensive rebound because of the pressure defense. 3-point shots on the way. Front iron, no good. Ball pulled in. Pass through Wiggins, no good. That one pulled in by Larkin, and now back comes Fairview. She'll dish up. Here's Daylor. She's going to push. Claire Daylor going to have to work through a screen and try and reset. Pass over. Corner 3 on the way. Back iron, no good. That ball pulled in by Daylor. She found the offensive rebound to the 3-point line and a reach-in foul. I'm going to call that on Wiggins or Thornton. We'll see. It's going to be on Wiggins, so it's going to be Jayla Wiggins' second foul. Gotta watch that.
And that's big, too, because, again, she's been a threat on the floor. She's had a great game so far, but can't get in foul trouble early.
Daylor going to give it to Larkin, who will pass off to Daylor, who's been running the show pretty much all season long.
Watch that timeline.
That backcourt, be careful with that now as here comes Larkin. She'll pass through, and that's going to be a 5-second violation on Fairview. And you rarely see those in high school basketball, really at any level in basketball too, but every once in a while that foul seems to poke its head out there.
And it's a little different too because it wasn't the out of bounds 5-second violation we saw on Saturday.
Yeah, you had to take some sort of basketball move forward. Ball almost taken away by Daler. Would drive inside, layups up and in. Tough angle, but Anaya Charlton gets that to fall. She's got 5, back to a 6-point lead for Trinity.
And you talked about the balanced attack by Trinity, and it's showing its head right now.
Nice as Friedman gets a steal, pushing back up. Good move for Harrison. She tries to lay it up. Good defense, and ball going to go back to Fairview as Manos checks back in.
Man, the moves were great. The basketball just didn't follow. Didn't follow directions.
Isabella Dorsey back into the game, too, for Trinity.
Another offensive threat.
Yeah, that corner 3 has been tough. She's got a lot of good looks. Taylor going to push. Going inside, lays it up, and can't get it to fall. In and out, great defense. I'm tell you what, Fairview, yeah, gets it right back. Mid-range shot, that's no good. Front iron rebound pulled in by Campbell, and now she'll push. Trinity menace on the boards. Mid-range shot is up. That's no good. Rebound now pulled in by Fairview.
And again, you got to watch.
A little high for Mano. She couldn't pull that pass in from Daler. Now ball back to Trinity. Back and forth, up and down.
And that was also created the pressure from Dorsey, who was chasing from behind. Everything is sped up. You got to speed everything up. How do you maintain that internal clock at your pace?
You want to play with controlled pace, right? That's what we hear a lot of coaches talk about. Pushing the ball, but doing it wisely and taking good shots. That layup through, that's going to be no good. Ball pulled in by Kerrigan. She's going to fight for it and eventually come down with it. Now here's that pressure. Now Daler's got some open space. She's going to push into the forecourt. Daler working inside, a little mid-range floater, in and out, no good. Gets her own rebound. Layup is good. That's almost how you got to play this at that point. You're going to get triple teamed on the drive, but find that offensive rebound, and she may finish it for 7 points now in the game. 4-point lead for Trinity.
When we were here a month ago, Fairview did not dominate the board. In fact, they were out-rebounded on the offensive boards by Beechwood. Different story here today against the first-place Trinity team.
That ball taken away. Right place, right time for Kerrigan. She's going to try and push through. Passing up. Pecchio sugared now over to Daler. Daler trying to work inside, passing through. Cross court, Larkin. And good ball moving by Fairview trying to get through.
And we're seeing the importance of moving without the basketball. If you don't have the basketball, set it a screen, getting to an open spot.
The Daler dribble into a double team. That's a loose ball, and it's going to be quick for a jump ball, but they're going to call it. It should stay with Fairview. Because it looks like Charity Boyd, you're going to see her first action, number 20 for Trinity.
Love the effort. Love the effort. Obviously, you want to make sure you keep it clean, but love the effort.
A little more space at the top is what you're looking for Fairview, so you can draw that double team and pass out. Daler's got the ability to hit that open shooter at the top or on one of the wings. But that space has got to be there. Kerrigan now going to work back towards the paint, and she's going to get pushed and fouled. We'll see if they call that one on Dorsey. If it is, it'll be her first, and it will be. So that should be 2 shots, and it will be for Ryan Kerrigan. She's got 6 points in this first half. A couple of 3-pointers from the corner. Now a chance for 2 more from the foul line.
Yeah, and if she can get going for Fairview, so that first free throw goes down, they'll be off to the races. They have been throughout this game. There's been many a times where Trinity could have really pulled away here, but Fairview locked in.
Well, Kerrigan and Daler have combined for now 8. Or I should say, rather, 15 of the 18 points. Kerrigan has 8 herself, and it's now a 2-point game. 1 possession, 2:49 to go in this second quarter. 3-pointer from the corner is good. Isabella Dorsey with her second 3, and every time Fairview creeps back in, Trinity just takes a little bit more of a lead. Kerrigan corner, good defense there on the short side by Campbell. Ball going to stay with Fairview, but, man, it's the rush to the ball, but then it's the discipline to chop the feet and stay in front of the defender. It's a great job by Trinity.
Yeah, doing a great job. And even here, you know, Kerrigan, her spot was at that corner, and Trinity did a great job with the trap.
Theo Sugar working baseline, trying to pass through that ball off the leg of Trinity. I think that was Thornton over there, so ball going to stay with Fairview.
And again, if you were with us on Saturday at Kirtland, Remember how important getting that ball in, those 5 seconds.
Taylor, good move inside. Trying to get it over the front of the rim, and she couldn't. Rebound pulled in by Thornton. She is going to push.
It was a good look, too.
And it's cross court now. Campbell working through again, just kind of switching sides. Thornton, three-point shot. That's going to be short. Rebound going to get tracked down. It was tipped by Dorsey, but pulled in by Daylor. Daylor looking, going to take that mid-range shot. Front iron, no good. Fighting for the offensive rebound. She falls. Ball going to go back to Trinity.
I would like to see one or two additional Fairview players down the floor along with Dorsey, because even though she was on the run, she was at a disadvantage.
Ivy Budzar back into the game. We saw her make an impact in that first game we had earlier in the season for Fairview, using that height, but tough when you have to run as much as these teams do. You usually can't work too much half-court offense there, unfortunately.
No, you can't.
That layup no good. Trying to get some contact was Harrison inside. She couldn't get it to fall. Passing back out. Now here we go. Looking inside. They're going to call it travel. And I tell you what, Kerrigan just didn't take the dribble. Just decided to take 2 steps, then pass through. And you got to take that dribble if you're going to pass through it.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't even realize it. You know, that's a tough.
You're trying to push. Yeah, both these teams want to push the tempo and get some easy baskets in transition. And fortunately, this time it results in a turnover. Minute 30 to go. In this first half, three-pointer, back iron, no good. Pulled down by Budzar. She'll dish it off to Daylor. Cross court to Kerrigan. Now she'll work.
That was a near foul.
Becky Sugar fighting through the contact. Kerrigan have to do the same now. Dorsey with suffocating defense. All Trinity girls out there tonight playing some good defenses. Cross court path. Mano, three-pointer on the way. It's good. Alexa Manos with her second basket. This one for 3, and it's a 2-point game. Timeout Fairview. With 1:08 to go in this first half. And I'll tell you what, the Warriors not going away.
This is a very fascinating game because of all the stuff that's going on in terms of speed and having to maintain your offense, even though it's at an extreme high pace, you know, on both sides of the ball. But you're right, Kyle, just, you know, Fairview staying right with it. And I'll tell you what, with 1:08 to go here before half, they can stay at this range, you got something here.
Well, speaking of maintaining, you want to maintain your dental health, your oral health. I know exactly where you need to go. It's the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Dr. Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Joe Weber. They handle everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. 1 minute to go in this first half. That mid-range shot no good as we're back underway. Trinity loses the ball. Offensive rebound attempt from Harrison. Couldn't corral it. Back to Fairview with 56 seconds to go.
If you're a Trinity fan, you probably want a little bit more consistency offensively, you know, on that side of the ball.
You know, Jayla Wiggins back into the game. Remember, had 2 early fouls. Chance to get her back and running through. She has 6 points for Trinity.
I was going to say, there's a lot of running going on, even during the dead balls, but it's just the kids that are here.
Oh, man, great defense pass through. And Campbell with a good find. Layups up, and it's in. A good find for Anaya Charlton. She's got 7. Back to a 4-point game. 39 seconds to go in the second quarter.
And they build from that.
Taylor going to dribble through and get a foul called on Campbell. That should be Janiah Campbell's second. Campbell actually tied for the 3rd leading scorer at 7 points a game for this Trinity team. Eckert going to pass off, looking for Daylor. That ball tipped, but Daylor corrals it now. They got to get it across. They have 10 seconds to do so. Good pressure by Trinity. Eckert working through. She'll pass. Manos going to work baseline. There's a bump. Slide in the shoes. Foul called on De'Maya Harrison. It's going to be her first. Not quite yet in the bonus, either of these teams. So,
again, it's important here. Get something in quick.
Yeah, Daylor getting that through, and Fairview has a chance to close the gap as we head into the halftime break.
Again, Dorsey got to be careful of the entire defense. Oh, boy.
Yeah, Kerrigan.
Missed opportunity for Fairview.
Yeah, tried to find Daylor on the outside, just wide left, and the ball going back to Trinity. 15.1 on the clock.
And Coach Donaldson did a great job letting her girls know, hey, be aggressive, but don't foul.
And 10 seconds to go in this second quarter. Trinity going to hold for the last shot. Dorsey, long three-pointer on the way. Front iron, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds. 1.5 seconds going to stay with Trinity. Another shot attempt possibly on the way.
And again, keep an eye. We've been mentioning Dorsey this whole time. She's number 0. You may or may not see her on the screen, but you will hear her shortly. Watch as she kind of breaks over to the three-point area.
Emily Larkin in too for some size. Dorsey going to try and pull another shot. That's mid-range. She get off in time. Side iron, no good. They're going to say no basket. Nevertheless, and that is how we head into halftime. 25-21 the score. And Trinity on top of Fairview here on CVC TV. Double A, your thoughts in the first half?
Let me make real quick. That was a great coaching adjustment there by Fairview, knowing that Dorsey, who was kind of in there in the stack, was going to veer to that three-point area. The defense did a great job veering her way and forcing her to take a shot after the buzzer, something that she didn't want to do.
I'll tell you what, Fairview in a lot better spot than they were in this first matchup. Only down 4 going into the break against the best team possibly in all of the CVC right now in Trinity, 16-4, 11-0 in the Metro Division. They've had a fantastic year, but Fairview battling here at home, of course, in their regular season finale for both these teams. We'll talk obviously about the second half on the way as well as the playoffs. See you right around the corner here on ChagrinValleyConference.com after this break. Make sure you stay with us. Welcome in back, folks. Halftime here at Fairview High School. The score, 25-21. Trinity on top of the home Fairview Lady Warriors right here on CVC TV. And mentioned the first matchup between these two teams, Double A, all the way back in mid-December. And Trinity pretty much dominated that game from the jump. Much different story in this game. Now, the Trojans do hold a 4-point lead, but Fairview's been able to battle back and keep pace with this Trinity squad.
Well, just to reference the first matchup, in order to match it, Fairview can only score 3 points in the next half, and Trinity has to score another, 24 points.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen. I think this has been a pretty much locked-on, spot-on game for both of these teams. Trinity, I would like to see them be more consistent as far as finishing in the paint. I think they're rushing some shots a little bit on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, they've been on lockdown mode. For Fairview, transition-wise, again, we've seen a couple of cases where, Dorsey's going up the floor, somebody else is going up the floor. You cannot be outnumbered offensively when you're moving up the floor, or else you will be at a disadvantage against this athletic Trinity team.
I'll tell you what, both these teams, again, playoffs locked in, so we know that Fairview is going to be taking on Poland Seminary on the 15th of next week. Ravenna going to take on Trinity next Friday, or I should say rather this Friday, coming up on the 14th, Valentine's Day. We're back underway now in the third quarter. Rebound pulled in by Fairview. A fight. But she stepped on the baseline, back to Trinity. I tell you what, and Daler tried to get out of there, but that's tough. Double team through, and again, it's good pressure from Trinity. They're not fouling in those situations, which is really key.
You keep your hands up, and that's what, and well-coached teams, they do that.
Three-pointer on the way. That's front iron, no good. Ball pulled in eventually by Kerrigan. She's going to get fouled off the rebound, and then Fairview's going to have possession. They're going to call that, I think, on Charlton. It's going to be her first.
Again, this is where Trinity has had an advantage in the first half, particularly in the opening minutes of the game.
They're moving through. A little bump there by Charlton, no foul call, letting him play through. Daler, three-pointer on the way. Back iron, no good. Ball tracked down by Pecchio. Sugar, she gets it. Pass inside Manos. She works through, dishing back out. Daler, mid-range shot on the way. That's no good. Pulled in. Kerrigan with the rebound. She lays it up. That's no good. Ball tipped through, and somehow Kerrigan comes down with it.
3 offensive rebounds.
That one missed. Rebound pulled in. Now by Harrison. She'll push for Trinity. Harrison cross-court pass. Yep. Campbell, three-pointer on the way. Back iron, no good. Rebound pulled in. Great rebound by Thornton. She'll work inside, and that ball loose on the ground. It's going to be called a jump. And that one should go to Fairview. Get the ball back. That's why you go for those jump balls, Double A. Never know what possession arrow is. I'm sure in the game you probably don't know. It's
right.
Just about the effort, and that could lead to this, getting a possession back.
I thought it was a great possession by Trinity, other than the shot didn't fall. They had a great open look. They got a great offensive rebound, but couldn't come away with points.
Good fake by Daler. Corner on three-pointer on the way. Back iron, no good. Rebound pulled in by Becky O'Sugar. Becky O'Sugar back out now to Kerrigan. She'll work right side on the block. Pose it up, and there's a block. 2 free throws on the way for Ryan Kerrigan. She is leading the Fairview Warriors right now with 8 points, looking for more.
So we have had 2 games in the last 3 days where they've been close, but the leading team, remember, what was it, Chagrin Falls the other day, they maintain a 3 to 4 point lead. So it's been tough for the team that's been down, which tonight is Fairview, to really, really tie this game. Get within 1 and tie the game.
There's with their second foul and Kerrigan able to knock down 1 of 2. It's down to a 3-point game, 6.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. 25-22 in favor of Trinity.
You want to get those critical defensive stops. That's a good start.
Looks like Ivy Butzer almost had that ball pass through. Layup inside. That's no good. Ball tipped and eventually pulled in by Daler. She's physical down there now. She's going to push. Here comes Claire Daler. Layup on the right side, and it falls in. Daler gets the friendly roll. Her 4th basket, 9 total points for Claire Daler, and it's a 1-point game.
Daler did a great job defensively, setting up offensively, and then you had a second person that was there to get the defender off.
Layup, that no good. Pulled in by Becky O'Sugar, but ripped away by Thornton. They're going to call it jump ball. It's going to stay with Trinity. That's why you fight till the very end on those rebounds, Double A. You never know if you're going to get that ball back.
Man, I thought Thornton. grabbed the ball.
Almost
I
ripped
thought
it out
she
in
had
time,
it.
yeah, but they decided to call a jump. Either way, Trinity's going to get the possession back. The aggressiveness of Nyla Thornton, second leading scorer on this Trinity team, and the effort today on defense, rebounding. Of course, fast break layups early in the game help build this lead for Trinity.
Well, Trinity's been able to get clean looks. The shots just seem to fall.
Passing through Campbell, going to work inside. Little sidestep in and score. A sweet move right there by Janiah Campbell. It's actually her first basket. Lead back up to 3.
Great job by Campbell getting in there, ball handling skills.
And Manos going to work through a pass. That ball tipped. It's almost like a pseudo jump ball pulled in by Thornton. She'll pass up. Campbell is looking for a pass inside, but just out of the reach of Charlton. Ball back to Fairview.
And great job by Coach Donaldson. Like, hey, the play didn't work out for Trinity. Get back on defense, lock in. This is the point right here where Fairview can, again, close this in. Don't want to give up the lead, obviously.
Elevated 2-2-1 press. Essentially 3/4 court. Fairview finds a way to break it down. Kerrigan back over to Daler, far side of your screen. She's working on a double team. Now working inside. Daler with a lane inside. Left hand, and it's good. Claire Daler with a tough finish. Back to a 1-point game.
Daler has made a ton of tough shots
You talk
throughout
about
this game.
Kerrigan and Daler, 2 freshmen, taking on the best team in the CVC right now, and they're doing a fantastic job. Layup inside Trinity, that's no good. Charlton tried to find an angle and couldn't. Rebound pulled in by Daler.
Man, Trinity wish they could get that one back. They can get to the paint, it's just not able to finish shots.
And falling back into a man defense as Manos works here on the right point. She's going to walk. Yep. Picked up the pivot put. Ball going back to Trinity. Is substitution in now. Kenora Bryant back into the game.
We mentioned it today and Saturday. Getting that critical point to take the lead when you're down. Sometimes you think a little bit extra here. Trinity still with the advantage.
In the game, when they talk about possession or two could be the difference, those kind of turnovers can't have them now, especially with a team like Trinity that seems to capitalize on them. Layup through Bryant, no good. That ball tip pulled in. Bryant gets it back, and she's going to go to the line.
Great effort.
See who they call that foul on. That's going to be on Manos, so it should be just her first. But 2 shots on the way for junior Kenora Bryant, trying to get her first points of the game. And that first one off back iron, no good. Eckert and Larkin checking back in for Fairview. Budzer and Manos out.
And again, if you're Bryant, just lock in. Try to get that second free throw to go down. You worked hard to get to this point.
And 4:27 to go in this third quarter. Trinity now up by 2 as Bryant gets her first point. And again, this is tough. That ball going to go out of bounds back to the Trojans. It's like Eckert was trying to lead Pecchio Sugar, but just a little slow off the bounce. Trinity gets the ball back.
Sometimes you know what you want to do, and then your body just doesn't follow through what you want to do.
It's like me in day-to-day life as that mid-range shot is up for an iron, no good. Pulled in by Larkin.
Oh, got to watch that baseline, too. That was close.
And Daler now going to try and work through, and he's been tasked with pushing through this press zone.
Great defense just staying in there.
Kerrigan looking and a pass off. Pecchio Sugar dishing off. Here's Eckert. She'll work the right side. Eckert takes a bump, keeps the ball.
Now come to the basketball. There you go.
Pecchio Sugar working through, trying to find an open teammate. There's a mid-range shot from Daler. It's up and it's good. There, Daler's been at the right place at the right time the entire game, and it's tied now. Under 4 minutes to go in this third quarter.
I thought the defense was fine, but that's what happens when you come to the ball, work without the basketball. You get great opportunities, and you tie the ball game up.
Finding open spots. Thought about that mid-range shot. Wiggins now dishing back off corner. Charlton inside. Layup is good. She got it to fall. Anaya Charlton has 9 in her own right. Back to a 2-point lead for Trinity.
Tough shot getting inside, but Trinity needed those to fall.
Daler inside. Left-handed is good. Claire Daler heating up in this third quarter. Tied again at 33:20 to go in the third quarter.
What a third quarter she has had on the offensive side. Now she's going to be tested defensively along with the rest of this Fairview defense.
Good switch through Bryant. Maybe got away with a walk. Nevertheless, rebound pulled in by Eckert. Daler now under pressure. Bryant dives
Great
the floor.
effort.
Good pass inside. Foul and one.
Defense setting up your offense.
And Fairview just moving a little bit too quick. Great execution by Trinity as Nyla Thornton gets the and one. That foul going to be on Eckert. It's her first.
Man, how about Bryant getting in there?
Oh, the effort. You got to love that. from the junior. Setting your team up as sophomore Isabella Dorsey back into the game. She's hit a couple threes. Bring her in for some offense and effort on defense as Ella Thornton, 8 points. Trying to extend the lead back to 3. Thornton, that free throw no good. Tipped through with ball still loose. Picked up by Ava Butzer, who checked into the game, and a foul called. As Butzer got bumped. They're going to call that one, I believe, on Thornton. Should be her first. Surprisingly, all the effort and all the different physicality and plays we've seen from Thornton, only her first foul.
She plays clean basketball.
Tell you what, that pass through Bryant, right place, almost got that one in bounds too. I'll tell you what, Nora Bryant's been fantastic here in the half court, especially in this. Anytime there's a rebound opportunity or some sort of loose ball, Bryant's been all over the floor.
Her effort is unreal. That's why she's on the floor right now.
Tough inbounds play, and eventually, wow, Daler gets the ball. She splits the defenders inside left hand, up and in.
Oh, my goodness.
Claire Daler just been able to get to the rim at will. Tied up again at 32.
Man, top-level basketball on her end.
Wiggins passing back out. Dorsey, three-pointer on the way. Almost banked it in from the corner. That's no good. Ball pulled in by Larkin. She throws it off, but she stepped out first. Going to stay with Trinity.
Yep.
Tried to throw it off the defender's foot there, but stepped on that baseline. Ball going to stay with the Trojans.
Again, just watching that baseline kind of gets a little tough.
Thornton to inbound. Tie game at 32 apiece. 2.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Thornton, little layup inside. That one off front iron, no good. Tipped through, pulled in by Wiggins. She throws it up. That's no good. Daler comes down with it. That ball tipped. Daler still trying to find a way to get it back. Good. Gusu's there. Bryant passes inside. Layups up and it's in, and it's good. Nevaeh Harrison with her first 2 points. Big ones now. 2-point lead for Trinity.
And again, now the key here. Fairview got to move right up the floor.
They got a chance. Buds are going to work through. Pass cross court. That ball almost taken away. Eckert. Great defense by Trinity. Suffocating. There's a foul call on a bump. The ball was tipped, but there was a body foul. And that's going to be on Thornton. So her second. 2 fouls in short order as Anaya Charlton and Bella Pecchio Sugar check back in for their respective teams.
Well, you know what's happening now? You know, this game is still moving as fast as it's been in the first half, but it's like learning how to drive. At some point, things slow down for the ladies on the floor, and you're seeing a more controlled offense on both sides.
Manos now back into the game. Taylor getting some pressure. Over the back going to be called there on Harrison, and that's going to be 3. They almost had that on Thornton, but it is going to be on Harrison. They're going to be your third foul. So got to watch that now for the senior Nevaeh Harrison, one of the leading scorers for this team. And this means free throws now for Claire Daler, who's had a fantastic game so far.
Yeah, she has, especially in this third quarter. She knows, like, man, we're talking about her. Got to make the free throw.
18 points for Claire Daler here in this ball game, trying to tie it back up for her home Fairview squad. What a win this could be for the Warriors if they could find a way to knock off Trinity. As the second free throw is good. 19 for Claire Daler, and we still got a whole quarter to play.
And we would like to remind all of you that Claire Daler is a freshman.
Unbelievable. Talk about the youth of this Fairview team. Got some good senior leaders too, but the underclassmen playing great. That layup inside, that's no good. Manos tried to get that rebound. Eventually it's pulled in. Pecchio Sugar in the mix there too. Somehow Trinity came up with it. A foul was called late, as eventually Nevaeh Harrison came up with the ball.
Man.
And that foul going to be, I believe, on Kerrigan.
The one thing you can say about this Trinity team, they do not give up on possessions. Even when shots don't fall, like so many offensive rebounds, so many second chance efforts, all over the floor.
Yeah, Eckert back into the game now for Fairview, and tough game so far for Nevaeh Harrison, just 3 points, one of the leading scorers in this team, but that's how you get it, those effort opportunities, second chance, layups inside, free throws.
Well,
Harrison knocks down both.
Kyle, you know from your coaching days, sometimes you say, like, hey, if the shots don't fall, find a way to get to the line and get some momentum.
That ball tipped. Bryant saves it, goes back to Eckert. She gets pushed, and there could be a foul here on Wiggins, and that's going to be 3 on Jayla Wiggins. Got to be careful now, as Eckert going to head to the free throw line for a couple, and a couple of your key players, talk about Harrison and Wiggins, both with 3 fouls apiece.
And that's going to be a bit of a concern here if you're a Trinity fan. Some, as you mentioned, some of your top players, as physical as they're playing, those fouls are starting to rack up. You're going to need them, especially in the fourth quarter.
Eckert, the junior, misses her first attempt here. 36-34, 1:29 to go in this third quarter. Fairview just hanging around as Eckert's second is no good. Larkin fighting for the rebound. It's off for her. Ball going back to Trinity.
And again, Wiggins was right there on Trinity's side.
Now we've got a third Budzer sighting now as Olivia Budzer has been in the game. Number 21 for Fairview. They grow on trees out here in Fairview, I guess. There's so many Budzers, but nevertheless. Love to see all three of the girls getting some action. Mid-range shot is no good. Rebound pulled in by Wiggins. She's been on fire on the offensive glass, too. Layup through is up and no good. Charlton couldn't get that one to fall, but chased down again. Got her own rebound. Denia Charlton.
And this is what they do best.
Pass Wiggins trying to work inside. Here's Bryant, short baseline. Good defense by Eckert. Ball going to stay with Trinity.
You feel like if you look down for like a half a second, you miss a ton of action.
And also, if you look down when you're dribbling, too, that ball's going to get smacked out. Both these teams active hands.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, yeah.
Yeah, not fouling. That mid-range shot's up and in. Good find through, and Harrison able to get a good basket, her second.
You can tell they worked on that throughout practice, throughout the season.
Yeah, ball out of the reach of Manos, now pushing back up. This is more like the first quarter, what we saw with Trinity. Charlton passing out. Oh, Dorsey thought about that three. She passes out of that. Charlton working inside, and she's going to get a foul call. And that's going to be on Eckert. That's going to be her second. It's going to be a baseline out of bounds for Trinity. 35.9 seconds to go in this third quarter.
We mentioned this before. Always keep an eye on the inbounder and these inbound passes.
And Larkin back into the game now for Fairview. 4-point game. Trinity extending the lead more. Mid-range shot up, that no good. Rebound pulled in by Larkin. Into the game, gets a rebound. She threw, but miscommunication, and she was looking for Eckert to push, and Trinity getting the ball back. And when you look at the end of this game, AA, and we talk about those couple possessions here or there, a couple of these turnovers that weren't forced. A couple travels here and there, one of those passes go out of the way.
Well, it's the second time.
Be the difference in the game.
Yeah, that's the second time that's happened. This time coming off of a rebound.
20 seconds to go in this third quarter. Trinity content with holding for that last shot. Holding on to a 4-point lead here on the road. Trying to finish the regular season a perfect 12-0 in the Metro Division, but a tough task as Fairview's come to play here at home.
One of Trinity's going to pull up.
Harrison works inside. That's no good. Good defense now. Got to push. Only a couple seconds. Wiggins gets the steal, lays it up, and lays it in.
Wow!
Jayla Wiggins with a great read, and she gets the ball to go, and now it's a 6-point lead as we head into the fourth right here on CVC TV.
Impressive. I mean, again, they don't give up on possessions even when there's a second left on the clock, and that's a sign of a well-coached, hard-fought team, and that's why they're division champs. This Trinity Trojans, Lady Trojans basketball team.
And speaking of a together, well-fought, battle-hardened team, it's like our presenting sponsor for CVC TV, the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. Their specialties include everything from dental surgery and implants, correct jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction for all of your oral surgery needs. Visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website. That's www.ohsurgery.com. Also, this CVC TV broadcast brought to you by Michael DeLazel and Company, CPAs and business advisors. For information, contact them at cpaneeds.com. That's cpaneeds.com.
Of course, what a game here tonight. And first of two games we got this week will be a Cuyahoga Heights Friday. We're going to see Trinity's boys team
again,
once again.
Aiden Duncan and crew. That's going to be a fun game. Excited to see the boys for the Trinity Trojans too later on this week. And of course, more information too. Playoffs just around the corner for both the boys and the girls. Exciting time in Northeast Ohio as we gear up for playoff basketball.
Yeah, we cannot wait. Of course, those teams pretty close to each other. But here we go.
Kerrigan trying to work inside, but that defense for Trinity tough as Daler tried to find her. Now Daler working baseline, layup, right hand, it's good. Claire Daler has been able to get anything she wants inside 10 feet. Back to a 4-point game.
Don't sleep on Kerrigan, though, because remember, at the beginning of the game, she had 2 open three-pointers from that corner. They might go back to it.
That ball taken away through the hands of Bryant. Here comes Daler now. Bryant going to pick her up full court because why not? The effort from Bryant's been apparent all game. Look at that check on Bryant. But Taylor working through another mid-range layup. That's no good. Gets her own rebound, and there's a foul. Claire Daylor just staying with the play and hyped up. Daylor, the freshman.
Man, she's in the zone right now.
Showing senior tendencies right now, the way she's been attacking that rim. And I'll tell you what, Coach Swanson-Hahn's got a fantastic young group to look forward to over the next couple of years.
I'll tell you what, when you know you're feeling it, you know, your game, you just sense it.
Oh, Claire Daylor with a fantastic game. Hits her first free throw.
And Thornton back in the game for Trinity.
And that's not by accident. 8 points for Nyla Thornton. That second free throw, no good by Daylor. Rebound pulled in though by Manos. She puts it up. It's blocked. Right back to Daylor inside, and she scores. Claire Daylor is just the right place at the right time, seemingly every single time. She's got 24 of the 39 points for Fairview, and it's a 1-point game.
We call that an old school 3-point play, except it happened the hard way.
Yeah, it went reverse. Normally supposed to make the layup first. That one inside. Speaking of made layups, it's good. Charlton with another made basket. Back to a 3-point game.
Let's see how this defense locks in against Taylor.
It's been a tough ask for Trinity as Manos trying to find an open teammate. And there's another almost 5-second call.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Swanson-Hahn, great timeout because that was almost a turnover. She keeps possession, and a timeout with 6:41 to go in the ballgame.
And that's why it was key for Thornton to be back in the game for Trinity. You saw that lockdown defense in range, too. It makes it extremely tough to operate on offense.
You know what's not tough and good to lock down is your dental health. Our friends, of course, over at the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery can help you with that. Dr. Steve Schneider, Don Lewis, and Joe Weber, they handle everything from dental surgery and implants to corrective jaw and facial surgery and even trauma reconstruction. Do yourself a favor, head over to the website, www.ohsurgery.com, for all of your oral surgery needs. They can help you guys out. And, of course, thank you for your support of the Chagrin Valley Conference and us here at CVC TV.
We do want to also give a quick shout out to the youth kids from Fairview that's here watching the game. They're over, on the, we believe, north side of the stands, the home student section side.
It'll
of
be
the
to our
stands.
right and your right.
Yes.
On the TV screen.
But they've been running around, of course, enjoying the game. We talk all throughout football and basketball season about the grassroots, seeing the older kids going, and then, one day you'll be on this floor. And that's key, and great job by Fairview having these kids out today.
Yeah, definitely the embracement of youth programs all across the CVC through all the different sports we've been able to see, obviously from the football programs over like at Kirtland's, and now obviously here in Fairview, the youth and the young girls that are playing. And great to see that growth. And
what a fight.
Again, Trinity, wow, Wiggins with a great steal, passing, layup inside, that's good. Great running of the floor, and Nyla Thornton, she's got 10, now to a 5-point game. Trinity starting to pull away a little bit here.
Wiggins, what a fight by her.
Pecchio Sugar almost getting pulled down. I think she saw Emily Larkin about to check in, thought she was already in the game and passed off, and unfortunately that's a turnover for Fairview.
I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in basketball.
I do it every other play.
And I mean at every level.
That was just tough timing now as Charlton works inside, goes in with a layup and scores. Untouched through contact, Euro step through and a finish. 7-point lead for Trinity.
And like you mentioned, Kyle, don't look now, but the point spread opened up. Oh, that's that corner three.
Garrigan three-pointer, that's no good. Rebound pulled in by Manos. She's looking to go right back up, plays it up, and no, can't fall off the front iron. It falls off the rim. Rebound goes to Trinity. And they're looking to push. Inside layup, that's no good. Rebound fought for. Manos going to try and get there. Bryant trying to work through. Ball going to go back to Trinity. As Bryant almost kind of boxed out into the ball, Manos, and Manos touched it. Trinity gets it back.
That's all Trinity as far as effort, and who wants some more? And they sprint. You could tell they're one of the more conditioned teams in the CVC.
So balanced, this Trinity team. That mid-range shot up and no good, in and out. But eventually pulled in by Kerrigan. She's going to dribble out, try to dish through, taken away though. Thornton has it back inside. Layup, Harrison, it's good. Nevaeh Harrison with her third basket. Baylor has to lay out for that ball, gets it back up to Kerrigan. Now they're going to push. Pecchio Sugar, corner. Larkin dishing inside, looking for Daylor. That ball almost taken away. Pecchio Sugar gets it, layup, it's good. First basket of the game for Bella Pecchio Sugar, and they needed it. 7-point lead for Trinity.
Yeah, they need her. Pecchio Sugar, getting points on the board. Trinity has been doing everything right except consistently making shots, but the hard work makes a difference.
I'll tell you what, yeah, Nia Charlton, again, almost got all the way through. Jump ball going to stay with Trinity as new sub in now Marisol Feliciano, a senior, into the ball game for Fairview. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, 7-point lead for Trinity. They've been able to expand this a little bit, really running the floor well. And some good dribble drive penetration. Whether it's been Harrison or even obviously Nia Charlton, who's had a fantastic game in her own right. She's got 13 points. They're going to call that a bump on Feliciano. It's going to be her first.
I was going to say, you know they're going to want to work off dribble.
Of course, the team fouls reset after every quarter now, so still one apiece from both sides. Harrison working with the left hand, goes back to the right, throws it up, throws it in. Eli Harrison starting to get things going now in the second half, up to a 9-point lead.
Got to get it in.
Daler going to push. Larry Daler working that far side, passing off, looking for Kerrigan. But again, just great defense. Ball squirts out, and it's going to go to Trinity. I'll tell you what, the effort on every single play, offense and defense, has been fantastic for the Trojans. And Aaron Swanson-Hahn is to call a timeout here with 4:31 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 9-point lead for Trinity, and they have the ball on the other side.
And Trinity's not even breaking a sweat. Like, that's how, well-conditioned they are running throughout this entire game.
Yeah, they don't look tired at all. They look like they're just kind of finally hitting a stride now in the second half. We talked about how Fairview's been able to keep it really close, 1-2 possession game, but now it's starting to spread out. You're starting to see why Trinity's been able to win a lot of these games by double digits. They just keep coming at you for the full time.
It's relentless. It's staying with it. And Coach Donaldson, you talked about with these seniors having to be tasked with doing a little bit more than everybody else. And they have embraced that. These seniors, this class is really, really locked in on doing the extra things, and that's what they've done all game. Shooting-wise, they have not had a great game, shooting the basketball. But everything else, they have done at an A-plus level.
Talk about, again, just the ability to space it out. The three different players in double figures, and obviously, again, Jayla Wiggins has 8 points. I mean, it's the multiple players stepping up and making plays. It's not just one for this Trinity team that kind of takes over. And we're seeing one, obviously, in Claire Daler, 24 points for Fairview. She's been kind of the head of the snake, so to speak. But for Trinity, there's so many different ways they can go, so many different girls that make efforts out there that could score and contribute. It's tough to beat a team where you have 3, 4, 5 options that can get you double figures.
And you play the matchups, too. I mean, you know your strength. You know which lady can do certain things.
Well, today it's been Nia Charlton. She leads all Trinity scores with 13, and her dribble drive penetration has been fantastic, especially in this fourth quarter. And now of a 1-3-1, how about that?
Watch Thornton inside.
And that ball almost taken away. Feliciano does, and she gets it. Pass off Kerrigan. Manos now going to try and push. Manos working through, throws it up, side of the backboard, no good. Tipped through, taken back by Trinity. Passing full court, Thornton. Layup inside, that's no good. No foul call. Defense from Fairview. Thornton still on the deck. Daler now going to push. Daler working, passing through, looking for Manos. Tipped out of bounds. Ball stays with the Warriors. Now everyone take a breath.
Yeah, it was worth laying out there for a hot second.
Oh, my goodness. Back and forth. Both these teams pushing the issue here, and it's crunch time now.
Well, you've been seeing it, though, too. It's like, both teams are running. Forget about getting clean shots. Got to get this in.
Ackert eventually gets the ball there at 4.5 seconds. Tries to work through, and it's another great defensive play there from Thornton. Here comes Harrison. She works inside, lays it up, lays it in. Nevaeh Harrison's come alive in this fourth quarter. She's got 12.
And again, another key steal with Thornton.
Again, just the ball not moving. It gets to a certain point with Fairview. Good pass through. Daler trying to work inside, but great defense from Charlton. Daler has to fight for it. They're going to call a jump. It's going to stay with Fairview. But again, Nia Charlton, leading scorer right now for Trinity. She's the one making defensive plays as well.
Yeah, but you know what? You see it from different points of the game. Who makes those critical plays? Like Bryant, she's not a starter here today, number 12, but she's been, every time you watch 12, it's been right on it.
They're going to call an offensive foul there on recently tripped in Ivy Budzar. It's going to go back to Trinity. Up 11, 3:25 to go, and the Trojans starting to pull away as Larkin going to check into the game for Budzar.
And how about Campbell coming right into the game, immediately the senior making a defensive play.
Yeah, giving Anaya Charlton a chance to breathe a little bit. And again, Janiah Campbell being rebounder for this team. I mean, she's been fantastic all season long. Campbell going to work that baseline now, dishing up, and Bryant going to try and save it from the backcourt. She does. Great hustle by Bryant.
Great job. Great job.
Here's Campbell, a little step through, layup is up, and it's in. What a move from Janiah Campbell. Her second basket, up to a 13-point lead, largest of the game for Trinity.
Boy, you're right. They wear you down.
Taylor's got an open lane. She's going to work inside, left hand. That one's sent away. Campbell with some defense, and out of bounds, going to stay with Fairview, but now Taylor is really got to try and earn it. Trinity's playing some fantastic defense on her in this fourth quarter.
Campbell's been in for 2 possessions, and defensively, she has made the play on both possessions.
And she got a layup, as now it looks like Charlton getting set to check in. She got a breather. Carrigan going to work right side. That ball taken away. Here comes Bryant. Bryant pushing. And a pass back out. Campbell, corner. Cross court. Harrison. Pass over now. Campbell, 3 on the way. Back iron, no good. That ball tipped through, eventually comes down to the hands of Wiggins. 2:20 to go in this fourth quarter. Trinity holding on to a 13-point lead.
Now let's see again how Trinity operates offensively, communicating to close this game out.
Oh, Harrison inside. That one can't fall. Taken away by Campbell. She lays it up. That one blocked. Eventually pulled in by Daylor. Daylor going to push. Bryant right there. Again, good move by Daylor. She tries to pass cross. Accurate three-pointer on the way. That's no good. Rebound pulled in by Pecchio Sugar. She'll pass baseline over to Larkin. Back up top to Accurate. Ball tipped out of bounds. Going to stay with Fairview.
Let me get my bottle of water. This is what Trinity does. Like every possession, every play, you got to be on fire, basically, moving around. And Fairview's getting a great lesson here in this fourth quarter of you got to keep up.
Ivy Budzar back into the game for height. Larkin passing through. There is Budzar. Going to work inside, passing back out. Three-pointer on the way. That's no good. Looks like Pecchio Sugar had the shot, maybe trying to shoot a little bit too quick. Didn't set her feet, and ball goes out of bounds back to Trinity.
They make you rush. I mean, it's been a blitz, really, this last, 5 minutes, in real time.
It's like an actual switch has been turned on for this defense, and even offensively with the offensive rebounds and the effort, Trinity's been able to just overwhelm Fairview. Back in this 1-3-1.
They're going to have to see if they foul here at some point.
Wiggins thought about pulling that mid-range shot. She passes out of it. 1:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Charlton working left side. Right-handed layup is no good. Tip through. Here comes Daylor. She's going to push now for Fairview. Daylor's got a girl on her back as Campbell. Good defense inside by Wiggins. Daylor sent away, and it's been tough sledding for Claire Daylor in this fourth quarter. Trinity's made that adjustment.
Multiple girls on Daylor. And again, we don't have a second option to pass out to in transition. Against this team, good luck.
Harrison going to dribble through, and again, Trinity fine with just trying to dribble around and take time off this clock. 50 seconds and change to go. It's safe to say Trinity going to hold on for this win, which is going to be their 17th of the season. What a year for Trinity. As Harrison works on the far side on Budzar, and it's going to lock up an undefeated season in the Metro as well for Trinity. 12-0. What a year for the Trojans as they gear for playoff action this Friday against Ravenna.
Yeah, against tough competition, too, in this conference.
Charlton inside, and she gets the and one. Take through 15 points for Anaya Charlton. She's the leading scorer for this team for a reason. I think we talked about the balance, but still impressive as line change going to come in for Fairview in the final seconds. The Warriors held on. It was a lot more competitive than the first matchup. You saw really that Fairview played more to what we are used to seeing them do in games against really good, challenging opponents. And Trinity just overwhelmed them in the fourth quarter as Charlton hits that free throw. 16 big points for Anaya Charlton tonight. As Ava Budzar will push the ball into the forecourt. Passing off, Ivy with the shot. That's no good. Rebound pulled in by Trinity and Wiggins. He'll dish it off to Harrison.
Yeah, that should be it.
That should pretty much wrap things up. I'd imagine just trying to dribble out the clock, and a big win for the Trinity Trojans. 57-41 going to be the final score. And Trinity gets their 17th win of the season. What a way to close out the regular season for Trinity. Tough loss for Fairview. They fall to 13-9 and 7-5 in Metro play. Double A, your thoughts on the game today?
We'll talk about Fairview in a second here. This Trinity team out of Division 4, out of Division 4, they're ready for a championship run. They did not have their best shooting night at all, but they do everything else at an A+ level as far as getting after balls, getting after steals, everything that you need, getting offensive rebounds, literally name anything other than making shots. Trinity did at an A+ level, and they worked their behinds off and got this W. And before you knew it, this game opened up. Like, literally within a span of like 3 or 4 minutes of real time, it went from a close 2 to 3 point game to pretty much double digits right there. But Trinity, a great job. They're going to do really, really well in the postseason. Fairview, a month ago, if this game was played, or we have the comparison 2 months ago when this game was played, this would have been a blowout. They have grown over this last month here. These young players getting varsity minutes, that experience, fighting through adversity, and for 80% of the game, it was head-to-head, locked in. Just got away from Fairview, but they have a strong, strong basketball team that's going to do well for them in the postseason, and for years to come, this group stays together.
And final score, 57-41. Trinity gets the win over Fairview right here on CVC TV. We're back on your airwaves this Friday. Cuyahoga Heights and the Trinity boys. It's going to be a fun matchup, of course. Close is the understatement for those two teams. Can't wait to call that game, of course. A rivalry one here as we wrap up the regular season here on CVC TV. Again, our player of the game, obviously, Anaya Charlton. What a game. She had, again, 16 big points. She gets our CVC TV player of the game. Honorable mention, Claire Daylor, 24 points as a freshman in a huge game against a really good team. Got to give credit where credit is due. Daylor had a fantastic night.
And players of the game, too. Anybody on Trinity that got steals. And there's a ton of them.
So every player.
Yes.
Yeah. Both teams, obviously, great defensive play and forcing a lot of turnovers. But the final, again, 57-41. Trinity gets the win. They lock up an undefeated season in the Metro Division. And both teams looking forward to playoff basketball just a few days away. That's going to wrap it up for us here from Fairview High School. We'll catch you again this Friday over at Cuyahoga Heights. Have a great week, everybody.